sit here, I guess it works. Okay, 7 o'clock. Call the meeting to order. Minister Pope.
Mr. Brazell. Here. Dr. Hayton.
Here.
Mr. Farley. Here. Mr. Fink.
Here.
Mr. Bruce.
Here.
Mr. Rich.
Here.
Mayor Goodwin.
Here.
We have a quorum.
So we'll have the invocation by Councilmember Brazell and pledge of allegiance.
Dear God, we thank you for the beauty of this summer at Folly Beach, the sunrises, the waves, the vibrant life. Please bless our community with unity and harmony. Keep everyone safe this season as they enjoy our beaches and guide us to protect our natural surroundings. Fill our hearts with kindness, our minds with understanding, and please lead all our actions with compassion. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start your engines. Okay. I don't have a lot to say on the mayor's comments tonight other than if you have children and you're taking them to the beach or you're taking them to a swimming pool, you're taking them anywhere near the water, you need to really pay attention to them. We had a near drowning yesterday in a swimming pool. You know, you don't think of a swimming pool as being dangerous, but it is. So if you have children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, your neighbors have children, just give them the warning, take care, be really vigilant with them around water. Staff reports this evening is Heather, you're up first. So Donald.
I'm Heather O'Donnell, the community coordinator. I'm excited to announce that we're opening the senior transportation survey from June 17th to August 9th. The survey will help us estimate the demand for senior transportation services for the community and allow the city to make decisions on the best programming type and later funding needs. I'd especially specifically like to thank Mary Cato, who's been a tireless advocate for increased services and has been working to educate the community and make private connections for existing services to fill the gaps while the city conducts the research. Staff worked closely with CARTA and with, I give you the acronym, but I can't pronounce it, so I'll just say it out loud. Berkeley, Charleston, Dorchester Council of Governments, who is the governing agency over CARTA. We've been speaking with them and over the last few months to review transportation options and determine best ways to measure the need in the community. And the survey is targeted to residents who are age 55 plus. Our goal is to statistically to collect 250 responses, so it's a statistically significant number to guarantee an accurate snapshot of our community's transportation needs. The survey will be distributed through multiple ways, so through mailer, through website information, and also I will be going in-person outreach to all the different groups and churches. When the survey is complete, CARTA will assist us with tabulating the data and projecting demand, identifying possible programs, and generating cost estimates to present to City Council. We'll continue to involve the public at every step of the process.
Any questions? Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Pope, you're up again.
So I just wanted to let council know, we have a resolution in the agenda later today to accept the donation of TMS 328-13-00117. That's a Superfront beach lot that's out in front of 617 West Ashley. When the original renourishment occurred, the city took ownership of all the lots on that block except for that one. The owner who called me a couple weeks ago thought that the city had taken it at that time and moved and went on with his life and was surprised to get a $900 tax bill. His son actually got the $900 tax bill, even though he still owned the lot. And that was for $2 taxes plus penalties back to 1992. And so he was surprised. They did pay the taxes, but he called and wanted to know, would we be interested in taking title? And we do have a history. We've got the Nature Conservancy, which was kind of established exactly for this sort of thing. So in the past, what we've done is we've resolved to accept the property. Then the Nature Conservancy will meet, agree to accept the property, and we'll pay the transaction costs, and in this case, the $900 of back taxes, and then we'll have the lot. So that resolution's coming up later on tonight, and he's eager to give it to us, and I think we'd be good to take it.
Why did we take it in the first place?
I don't know. I can't tell you
One
why.
here.
Well,
One fell
somehow
out.
it just slipped through the cracks in 1992-ish.
Okay, any other questions? Mr. Lutz, you're up. Excuse me.
To give you a heads up, we have a resolution coming this evening for a traffic study award for the intersection of Bowens Island, Peace Island, and Folly Road. We put out an RFQ, we had 3 responsive firms come in, and staff analyzed all the packages and came up with a score sheet, and we picked the low bidder, which is in alignment with our procurement procedures, so that'll be coming to you later on tonight. We do have the money set aside that we're ready for. This would be to come up with solutions and recommendations that could be permitted by DOT to improve that intersection.
What's the duration of the study?
You know, I can't remember off the top of my head, I think it was less than 6 months. But they're gonna start studying it right after July 1st. Try and catch the peak season and then into the season.
So the amount, I know, amount started at 50 to set aside, then went to 28.
We're down
28 still in the
to-
budget, right?
Right, we're down to 21 for
So you
this.
just freed up 7,000.
The firm that we're recommending is under what we have budgeted.
Good job.
It'll work.
I'm sure we'll take care of it, don't worry about it.
Good eye, Bill, good eye. No. So, approval for the agenda, now a motion to approve. Have a second?
Second.
We need to, on the agenda, under appointments, we need to remove the tax appointment for tonight. Anything else? Okay.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Mr. Rich?
Oh, yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Rozell?
Yeah.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes. Excuse me. You'll have to excuse me, I have no idea where this cough come from today, so sorry about that. For approval of the minutes, I have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
Any corrections or additions? Take them without objection, how about that? So personal appearances should have been Kelly Travers, but I think somebody else is here. Where's Toby? Oh, there he is. You're hiding behind this nice looking gentleman here. Okay, you're up, Vanessa.
I am a little nervous, y'all, okay? Good evening.
You talk to these
the
guys
mayor.
all the time.
I know, I talk to everybody,
All
but
the
God, y'all are government, okay? Good evening, Mayor, Council, and City. And first, this isn't part of it, but thank you for your support for Toby. And all the others. Y'all are awesome. You just don't know. Okay, I'm representing Kelly Travers tonight. She is actually the FAP events coordinator, y'all know, for FAP. So we're talking about Mermaid and Mateys, which is actually gonna be September the 28th. The actual festival is gonna run from 10 to 4. The next day, we're gonna actually have sand competition, which will be September the 29th at 10 a.m. On the beach side of the tides, okay? So she wanted me to go through the timeline of the event for September the 28th. On Friday morning, we're actually supposed to have porta-johns dropped and hopefully generators dropped for the Ashley and Huron stages. Okay, then Friday evening, We'll be marking the vendor spots. We'll also be putting up the no parking signage on Center Street and the no glass signage to the different restaurants and cones dropped to key areas. Then Saturday morning is our busy day. 10 a.m. we'll be setting barricades up, moving them into place. 6:30 the stage presence will arrive to set up. 6:40 we will actually move vehicles into place to block Center Street. Okay, and then we're gonna have security briefing at 7:30, and then the vendors will start coming in and loading in all the way up to, I think it's 8:15. We try to, me personally, I know we try to get them off the street by 9:15, and it's required for them to drop their stuff and leave, okay? Then at 9:15, the event will actually be secured, the whole perimeter. That means security will be at all of the entrances and also the event staff. Okay, and then actually the security at 9:15 will go to the police station for briefing and radio. At 10 o'clock, the event opens. Okay, we'll have music will conclude at 3:45 p.m. Security will prepare to clear the streets at 4 o'clock. Security clears the streets, vendors pack up, stage present to collapse stages. 5 o'clock, all vendors off the street. Stage presence will be cleaning up, and then we have the street cleaner at 5:15. Oh, did I do okay? So this is what she sent me.
Do you have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Okay, Mr. Pope.
Thank you.
Mr. Rich is recusing himself.
Don't say yes, thank
Not
you
yet.
yet.
I can't sit down yet.
So, Mr. Brazil,
Yes.
Dr. Hope,
Yes.
Mr. Farley.
Yes.
Mr. Fink.
Yes.
Mr. Green.
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin.
Yes.
Passes.
Now you can sit down.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Miss Oliver, Warrior Surf, there you go.
Hi there. How are y'all?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm Candy with Warrior Surf. I do not have a timeline like Vanessa has, but I am here to ask request for our surf contest for September 14th. It will be our second annual surf contest. We call Foam Frenzy at the washout.
Motion to approve.
That was. Second? Okay. So, anybody have any questions?
We did it last year, and I thank you, Candy, for coming to that. I got the privilege of sitting on their board, and it went very well last year, and I'm looking forward to a successful.
Oh, well, see, he shouldn't have said that. Now he just
Oh,
lost, he just lost 3
no.
votes
I'm
right
sorry.
there.
You're not helping, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Farley.
Yes.
Mr. Fink.
Yes.
Mr. Brazil.
Yes.
Mr. Rich.
Yes.
Dr. Hope.
Yes.
Mr. Green.
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin.
Yes. See how wrong I can be? Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you.
Thank you for all the work you do with the
Thank you for all the
Warriors.
support. We appreciate it.
Citizen comments. Carol? You got a minute and a half, hurry up.
Geez, that means 5, okay.
No, I
Talk
don't.
fast. Mayor, council members, I'm here tonight, just briefly, Mayor, to ask you to reconsider.
Really? I can't believe
Budget.
you said that.
Ask you to reconsider your budget for pet helpers and move me back to $13,000 where I used to be about 6, 7 years ago. Or not me, we pet helpers. It's 40 years of my service to this community, thousands of animals saved. We're budgeted by the town of Mount Pleasant, city of Charleston for $15,000 a year, and they require nothing but to be there in case they need pet helpers for anything. I'm on call 24/7 to this island. I'm on call at 10 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings. This past week, I took a 10:45 p.m. call out. I was really tired. It was Wednesday. Public safety, CAT, East Huron. Visitors went down, found the cat. It was in their house, got it home. Little kitty wasn't too happy once I got it home in my little secured area, and little kitty, one for the kitty, 0 for Carol. Took my arm and made it a shredding post. Carol next day, doctor, emergency, took care of my arm, cat, microchipped, 11 years old, went back to a very well-established Folly resident, Miss Nicole Elka, who was most grateful that I had gotten her little 11-year-old cat and got it back home. It was 2 blocks from home. Also, we have coyotes and we have bobcats that are killing our cats. I know at least 7. So that was a win. Pixie, little dog. I don't know how many of you know about the little 8-pound dog left tied to a tree at the mid-block, 210 East Cooper, 2 weeks ago. Found 6 o'clock on a Monday night. Held her overnight. Dispatch called me. Kennel called me. Carol, please help us. Which we did. $400 on Pixie. We got her taken care of. And this goes on and on and on. So you can't just utilize the CAD reports. The CAD reports are just part of what we do, and let me tell you, this is hundreds of hours of my time when you add all the time spent on seagulls, pelicans, loons, raccoons if you start the first 3 months of last year. We need the support. I need a pet. Folly Beach has us 24/7. The dog in the kennel last Sunday, Forrest Neely, went down to the church. I got there at 1:15, left my phone at home. I got home, it was blowing up from Folly Public Safety Police Department. Dog was in the kennel, in the roof. Everybody know about the dog, the pit bull lab that climbed and got in the roof? And pet helpers, help us please, Sunday. And the officers, we got the dog, and pet helpers fortunately took the dog. We're open 7 days a week, 356 days a year. $2,500 more to get me back to where I was, to have 24/7 on-call animal service, rescue seabirds, sea life, and is not too much to ask. Please, we need that support. Our overhead's $180,000 a month. My time, I can't even put a value on it. And I'm here because I care. And I've been here for 40 years because I care. And we built the first kennel on Folly, by the way, and the volunteer firemen. Are there any questions? I've talked to you all, except Chris, I need your phone number because I couldn't get you. That may have been a good thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
Anybody else? Thank you.
Wait a minute now. How many people are here to support pet helpers? She just talked for you. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Kelly Thorwaldson, Senior Manager of Conservation with the South Carolina Aquarium. Just want to thank you for your consideration to pass the amendment to close the loophole in the thick plastic bag and distribute cutlery upon request only. Plastic pollution is not only gravely linked to environmental issues, but it's linked to human health issues and climate change. Anything you can do to reduce the amount of plastic that's being distributed in your community, specifically single-use plastic, is going to help your community become more resilient. The South Carolina Aquarium is here to continue to work with the City of Folly Beach. We are so grateful for your partnership with all of the wonderful entities out here, like Toby Turtle, Rockstar, Plastic Pollution Warrior, and our regional conservation partners to support you on this effort. Thank you for your leadership and your time tonight.
Thank you.
I have a question. Is there a plan to go for straws in the future?
Straws are a massive issue on Folly Beach. We have a tremendous amount of data to show straws, not just on the streets, but on the beach. When you all are ready to talk about straws, I'm happy to present data on
Thank
that.
you.
Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Next. Mr. Smith, you be next.
Good evening, J.D. McAllister, 1715 East Ashley. I was here last month and I spoke for 2 minutes. I learned today that you get 3 minutes, so I don't know if I get 4 tonight or not. Anyway, Resolution 19 having to do with the Beach Preservation Fund. I'm all for that. I just have a couple of questions, if y'all could answer them when you get to that item on the agenda. How much is in that fund now? And the proposed expenditures, who do they go to and what are they for? Thank you.
This part of my minute 15.
3 minutes.
That's called pre-planning.
You'll do a minute.
First off, who
does the parking voucher? Jim said 1250 Abbey Drive, the one that's sinking and going into the ocean, but that's another story. Yes, I'm here for Linville, but I have something that happened this weekend. And tourists got a flat tire on Folly Beach. Happened to be Sunday morning. There were 5 of them. They were from Greenville. They were pretty cute, but you know, 3 of us older timers had to go out there and change a tire. I called the police department, but they don't have anybody on call on Folly to take care of anything like that. Any emergencies like that. We had I guess everybody's got they got, you know, call so-and-so to get somebody to change a tire. But you know what it's like to get on Folly, change a tire. You know, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, they had to make an airplane. Well, we got it done, but I just thought maybe is there not anybody that you can call? And the dispatcher was fine, because she said she's have run into this before, and they haven't got anybody on call for something just to change a tire. There's nobody here that's willing to change a tire for maybe 30, 40, 50 bucks or what? I thought about it, just, you know, I think it's something
I don't know, that's the first request for that, so we'd have to think about it, see what we could come up
Well,
with, if we could come up with somebody.
I mean, she wanted to put air in the tire, which I was about to do, but she had a big nail in it.
Yeah.
And go to the gas station. We don't have a gas station. I mean, you know, so, you
I
know.
understand. We'll have to try to look into it.
But,
See
okay.
if we can find somebody. But from now on, if somebody calls me quick, I'm just gonna give them your number.
Think, you ready?
That's it.
We'll help.
Hey, I love it. I love the new Jim Seffer.
Wasn't that better than the last time?
Beautiful.
That is the first time I've heard of that question, though. That's a good question.
Well, you know, I still gotta, what am I gonna do with this voucher?
Take it downstairs. Yes, ma'am.
Hi y'all, how's it going? Just a heads up, I do have hearing loss and it's working its way today, so if you all ask any questions, I'll just ask you to speak up a little bit. My name is Brooke Blosser. I am with the Coastal Conservation League. I'm here today to speak in support of Ordinance 01524, or the ordinance to amend the Folly Beach code of ordinances specifically for the plastic bags. I'm in support of this, much like Kelly said, because any way that we can reduce the amount of plastic litter in our environment is going to make our environment and our beaches safer for our citizens, tourists, and our wildlife. Recently, I was at a conference in Washington, D.C. with Capitol Hill Ocean Week, where we talked about some of the dangers to our marine environment, and June is actually World Oceans Month, and so I believe there's actually a litter sweep coming up on June 15th. But the one of the things that all of these leaders throughout our nation have discussed is how detrimental plastic bag litter and plastic litter is to our oceans, to our and thus the ocean economy, especially tourist economy, and our wildlife as well. So I just want to say thank you all for supporting this ordinance, for bringing this forth. I also want to thank you all as a lover of Folly Beach, of coming to Folly Beach, and thank you for being a leader amongst all of the beaches in our county, and a leader among municipalities in Charleston County. It is my hope that with your leadership on this, we will see more municipalities taking the steps to reduce plastic in Charleston County to support healthy beaches and healthy wildlife. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I think that does it. Move on to old business. Ordinance 0824, second reading. Ordinance amending the standards of chapter 161.01 rules of interpretation of the Folly Beach zoning and development ordinance by amending 161.01-02 to add pervious materials to the definitions and to include industrial standard specification for pervious materials. Do I have a motion for approval?
So,
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments? Mr. Poe?
Mr. Farley,
No.
Mr. Fink,
No.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
No.
Dr. Hooker,
Yes.
Mr. Bazell,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin,
Well, it's no. It's an unusual vote for me.
ordinance fails.
Ordinance 009-24, ordinance amending the standard of chapter 161.02 of the Folly Beach zoning and development ordinance definitions to remove gravel from the definition of impervious surfaces by amending chapter 166, single and two-family design standards by amending 166.05-03 to remove gravel from the list of impervious materials. Do I have a motion to approve, second reading, excuse me, do I have a motion to approve? That was a second, okay. Any questions or comments? Excuse me.
Mr. Rich,
No.
Mr. Bazell,
Yes.
Dr. Hooker,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
No.
Mr. Farley,
No.
Mayor Goodwin,
No.
we have a second.
Ordinance 10-24, ordinance amending the standards of chapter 166, Folly Beach zoning and development ordinance, development standard by amending 166.06-11, driveways to require all at-grade improvements such as walkways, pool decking on a lot to be pervious, and to add commercial zoning districts to the requirement that driveways be constructed of pervious materials. Second reading, to have a motion to approve.
So,
Second.
Any questions, comments? Mr. Pope?
Dr. Hooker,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
No.
Mr. Bazell,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
No.
Mr. Fink,
No.
Mayor Goodwin,
No.
fails.
Ordinance 11-24. Ordinance amending the standards of chapter 168 of the Folly Beach zoning development ordinance, nonconformities by amending 168.04-01 to define single ownership. Second reading, to have a motion to approve.
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Dr. Hooker,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Mr. Bazell,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin,
Yes.
passes.
Ordinance 12-24, ordinance amending standards of chapter 164 of the Folly Beach zoning and development ordinance, use standards by amending table 164.01, table of allowed uses to include the Marsh Island residential zoning district and its allowable uses in the table. Second reading, have a motion to approve. So approved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Dr. Hooker,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mr. Bazell,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin,
Yes.
passes second.
Ordinance 13-24, an ordinance amending table 16301 to add the Center Street overlay and Marsh Island residential districts to the table of base and overlay districts. Second reading, do I have a motion to approve?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Pope, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Bazell,
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes second.
Ordinance 14-24. An ordinance amending the standards of Chapter 162 of the Folly Beach Zoning and Development Ordinance Administration to amend 16203-04 to set the deadline to appeal decisions of the Board of Zoning Appeals to 30 days after the decision is mailed. To have a motion, second reading, to have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Gazelle?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes second.
Ordinance 15-24, ordinance amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, Chapter 112, single-use plastic bags of polystyrene coolers, containers, and cups by amending the definitions of plastic bags and regulating the automatic distribution of plastic colored cutlery. Second reading, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Gazelle?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes second.
Okay.
Take a break, relax a little bit.
New business. Well, I'm trying to beat their deadline for their box of spaghetti.
7:45?
Yeah. Whoever was here last time, did y'all hear the box of spaghetti joke? The staff has this old box of spaghetti. They make a bet on how long it takes the meeting to last, and the winner gets to keep the box for the next month. You can't eat it, but you get to keep it and pass it along. Decorate it and pass it along. Okay. Under new business, we're gonna make, appointments to the BZA and the Design Review Board. Mr. Pope will call the names. You gonna keep the record?
Yes, sir. Hopefully
Are you
this-
backing him up?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully this will go a little better than last. So for the BZA, we have 1 spot and 3 applicants. So when I call your name, if you'll just indicate the applicant you prefer. Mr. Rich.
Jody Rogers. For the others too?
No,
Just
Okay, just one at a time.
just get one.
Mr. Bazell.
Regina Anderson.
Dr. Houghton.
Jody Rogers.
Mr. Farley.
Jody Rogers.
Mr. Fink.
Regina Anderson.
Mr. Grooms.
Rogers.
Mayor Goodwin.
Anderson.
So Ms. Rogers with 4 votes. Next up, we have the Design Review Board. We have 2 spots open. One spot is for, well, these are all preferences. The board preferences are that the board have a residential contractor, a city planner, landscape architect, and the general public, but none of those are statutorily required. They're just preferences. So when I call your name, if you could give me 2 names from the list, we will track those. To not complicate it, Mr. Rich,
Lauer and Hampton.
Mr. Bazell,
Lauer Hampton.
Dr. Houghton,
Martia Rockman and William Hampton.
Mr. Farley,
Lauer Hampton.
Mr. Fink,
Lauer and Hampton.
Mr. Grooms,
Lauer Hampton.
Mayor Goodwin.
I can pick any now, right? Because it doesn't matter. Lauer and Hampton.
All right, Mr. Lauer and Mr. Hampton.
Ordinance 16-24, first reading. Ordinance to provide for the adoption of the fiscal year 2025 general fund budget containing estimates of proposed revenues and expenditures for the city of Folly Beach, South Carolina, beginning July the 1st, 24, ending June the 30th, 25. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
I just have a process question.
Yeah.
Is this the time that we might discuss additional funding to pet
This
helpers?
is the time you can make a motion. You have to get a second, you can discuss it.
Okay.
And so just procedurally, if you have a change you'd like to propose, please make the motion to increase that line item and then give us a source of the funds.
Where you gonna take it from?
From reserve or another line item.
Or add.
Yeah.
Or add? Okay. Okay, so just make sure I'm doing this right. So 3003, the pet helpers line is at 10.5. Okay, I suggest that we go to, and I'm looking for the number, the reserve projects 1050-055, reserve special projects, and I suggest we make an additional $5,000.
Thank you. You got all that. Take your time.
So that's a motion to increase pet helpers by adding 5,000 and the money's coming from the special projects reserve.
Okay, that's the motion. Have a second.
I'll second it, but I'm asking you to do a change on that, and instead of taking it from a special projects reserve account to raise business license fees, raise business license line item 5,000.
No, that ain't the motion she made.
That's what I'm asking
So
her.
is
That's what I'm asking her.
Can you amend that? Oh,
So I'm asking you to amend your motion.
Just instead of taking it from a reserve account, it's easier to keep it in the budget somewhere or cut another expenditure, you know what I mean? Don't use a reserve account.
You know 7,000's coming out of the traffic study, because he's gone to the low bid.
Well, that's still not there.
So just take it out of the 7,000 that was for the traffic study.
I am completely agreeable if we get an extra
Wait a
5.
minute, hold it. I'm gonna say something now. I don't like taking it out of the traffic study. That's the proposed bid. We ain't nailed that down yet. And, you know, I don't wanna see that fluctuate. We've had enough back and forth with that. I'd rather either see you take it out of your special funds like you did, or if you wanna try to add, give Lee heartburn, $5,000 to the business license account. One of those two. Y'all discuss that and decide where you wanna amend your motion, and let's go from there.
All right, Mr. Grooms, you seconded it. and
I
you will-
second.
No, he said.
Oh, well, glad, then I'm fine with that if you want to amend it.
I'll change my motion, I'll change my second to accept business license fee, business license line item adjustment of 5,000.
So you get that then.
So that amendment would increase pet helpers by 5,000 and increase business license revenue by 5,000 to offset that expense.
Right. Okay. Any other? On the amendment.
So
Excuse me.
On the amendment, Mr. Brazell?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Broom?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Amendment passes.
Okay, back to ordinance 16-24. As amended. Go for it.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Brazell?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes first.
One that's near and dear to my heart, first reading. Don't laugh, it ought to be dear to your heart too.
It is.
An ordinance establishing the sewer utility budget and appropriating the necessary funds for the operation of the Folly Beach Sewer Utility fiscal year 2025, beginning July 1, 24, and ending June 30th, 25. First reading, have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Minister Poe.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Brazell?
Yes.
Mr. Broom?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes first.
Also, first reading, ordinance 18-24, ordinance establishing the water utility budget and appropriating the necessary funds for the operation of the Folly Beach Water Utility fiscal year 2025, beginning July the 1st, 24, ending June the 30th, 25. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any questions or comments? You got it.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Graves?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Rozell?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes first.
Okay. Resolution 18-24, whenever you're ready. A resolution to reaffirm the city of Folly Beach's commitment to unite against acts of hate, bias, and intimidation. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Yours.
I just can't tell you how proud and happy I am to be introducing this. And it is the month of Pride, Immigrant Heritage, Safety, and Juneteenth. I also want to share that if I could rewrite this, it would have been promoting love, acceptance, and civility. And so, shall I read it? Okay.
Everybody can read it when they want to. Anything else you want to say about it?
I guess I would highlight some of the things that I noted in the whereas. It's one of those whereas documents. So South Carolina is one of 2 states in the United States that does not have hate crimes protections for visitors or citizens. Also, the wonderful thing about South Carolina is we are a state of home rule, and Folly certainly has been able to lead in many ways because of that. So that's essential. The only other thing that I would highlight is who this includes, the citizens and visitors. It is representative of a diverse multitude of races, colors, creeds, religions, ancestries, sexual orientation, genders, gender identities, physical and mental disabilities, and national origins. I'll cut also to the bottom. The beautiful thing about this is rather than changing ordinance, this is indeed a resolution. So why would that be the case? Well, because we already have things on the books, codes that we already can enforce, such as section 96006, section 131 through 134. So we will relate that to this resolution. And last but not least, I am so thrilled that the mayor and the council have allowed me to work on this process. In addition, I just would like to share that, I'd like to say we're a bit cutting edge. And I want to be,
I'm just messing with you.
okay, good, because I'm like, are you ready? Okay.
No, I ain't ready. You don't have to read them all off.
Okay, so there are, I'm going to show you a list out of all the municipalities that will be the 16th in the state. And so we have wonderful colleagues that have initiated this, which is also how I could pull language of that same sort to reflect what's happening. And politics is local. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Okay. You forgot where you were now, don't you?
Mr. Rich?
Yeah.
Mr. Rozell?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Broom? Yes. Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Dare you.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yes. Passes.
Don't worry, we'll not exclude you for anything. Yeah. You're in. Okay, resolution 19-24. Resolution by Folly Beach City Council for adoption of the FY 2025 budget containing estimates of proposed revenues and expenditures for the Beach Preservation Fund beginning July the 1st, 24, and ending June 30th, 25. Have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
You want to answer a question that was thrown at you for a minute ago?
And so, the current balance in the Beach Preservation Fund is $10,663,194. And this year, we're budgeting $305,000 of expenditures from that account. For any further details on that, we can get together after the meeting or shoot me an email.
And I will just say, this beach preservation fund funds public access, walkovers, the big one, funding, renourishments when we have to fund them. So $10 million could go away in the blink of an eye when they come in and say, oh, your portion is now $8.5 million or $9 million. So 10 million sounds like a lot, but one renourishment, it goes away. All right, Mr. Pope.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Gazelle?
Yes.
Mr. Bruce?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodman?
Yes.
Passes.
I guess this is the one I should have said was near and dear to our heart.
Yeah.
And all the other folks who have sewer. This is not due to us. This is due to folks we can help control. Resolution 20-24, resolution by Folly Beach City Council adopting increased sewer rates for the city customers to compensate for sewer rate increases passed to the city by James Island Public Service District. Have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Gazelle?
Yes.
Mr. Bruce?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodman?
Yes.
Passes.
Resolution 21-24, resolution by Folly Beach City Council agreeing to pay legal, surveying, recording, and other fees associated with the donation of TMS number 328, -13-00-117 to the Folly Beach Conservancy. Have a motion for approval?
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Bruce?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Gazelle?
Yes.
Mayor Goodman?
Yes.
Passes.
Excuse me. Resolution 22-24, resolution by Folly Beach City Council awarding a contract for a traffic study to review conditions and make recommendations for the intersection of Bowens Island, Pease Island, and Folly Roads. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
We have a discussion and questions.
Can we actually encumber funds before the second reading of the budget, in next year's budget?
We, and we've got agreement from all the contractors to only begin work after July 1st, or billing at least.
Yeah.
How long is the bid good for?
I think we built it for 6 months, but it's,
Is there any reason to believe that this is gonna exceed 21,000?
no. Yes, sir.
We do sometimes, like the Arctic Avenue, we've had 2 add-ons to that contract.
Yeah.
For additional services that you guys have voted on and approved, so.
The add-ons have to come through another resolution, right?
Right.
Encumber those funds.
But we can always take it back out of the funds that we had left over from this project. Mr. Pope?
Mr. Fink?
Pass. Yes.
Mr. Bruce?
Yes.
Mr. Farley? Yes. Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich? Mr. Gazelle?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes.
Resolution 23-24, resolution by the Folly Beach City Council allocating $5,000 from the Special Projects Reserve account for a Folly Beach Community Day at the Charleston River Dogs ball game. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a second? It's all yours, DJ.
We've been looking for different diverse things to do for community days, to kind of enjoy life as a community instead of all the fighting, just everybody come together and hang out. So one thing that we're working on is a community day at the River Dogs game. They're gonna have a Folly Beach Day. Our people will be participating in the in-between inning games, things of that sort. So we're gonna sing the national anthem. So the city is purchasing a block of tickets to give to staff and residents. Our business association is buying a block to give to businesses. And all Folly's just gonna hang out for the day and enjoy a ball game and a hot dog. So this is our part of that. And stay tuned, we'll have more information out on it with Heather, if this is approved. And we'll work on like how we're gonna give the tickets out through the community and things of that sort. So there'll be more information to come, but hopefully everybody can make it. It's gonna be August 22nd.
Is there a proposed date?
August 22nd.
Just checking.
Well, I wanna check, did I misunderstand you? Didn't you just say you were gonna sing the national anthem?
I am not singing the national anthem, no.
Any other questions or comments?
I hope it goes over really well. I just wish there was if we had more time to gauge how much interest was out there before committing the money. So that was my only reservation.
See it from the outfield.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Mr. Books?
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
No.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Dr. Hutton?
Yes.
Sorry, Dr. Hutton?
Yes, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Mr. Bizell?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, so we'll start with Mr. Grooms this evening.
Well, I got the old text from Dave Miller a little while ago. Wednesday, June 19th is the blood drive from 9 to 2 at Father Kelly Hall. And you can still room for a sign up for donate blood. I know Mr. Farley and I are signed up. But you can go to redcrossblood.org and sign up.
Okay. Mr. Skip?
First of all, I'd like to just reiterate how well the tragedy that we had out here on 6th Street on West Ashley, how well our public safety did. And I'm truly living right off 6th Street. I can tell you, you guys were fantastic, and it was a tragedy. And well done to your whole department. Also, congratulations, I know, were for our new promoted battalion fire chief. I think we're excited to have him on board again, Steve Morose.
And he didn't even come tonight. What's the deal?
He had a family emergency.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, let him know that we appreciate, we're happy to have him on board. Also, please note that there's Father's Day this month for all of you that are fathers and those that you don't know if you're fathers or not. Good luck with that.
He left.
Yeah, hold on now.
Don't blush down there. What's DJ blushing for down there?
Easy, man.
Easy.
When you get a Marine, that's what you got.
I would like to also mention that please help recognize the United States Army's 249th anniversary on their birthday, which is in June as well. So that's June 14th. So happy birthday to the Army. And that's all I have.
I'll be at the baseball game. I hope it's a rounding success.
Are you singing the national anthem?
No, I will not. But this will be the only time you see Bill Farley vote against a party. But best of luck, and I'll see you at the game in the outfield.
I strongly encourage the folks to return those transportation surveys, and so if there's any question whatsoever, please contact Heather, but the more data we have, the better service we can have. So I really would like to push that for everyone. I also, it would now be the time, because I want to spend money as soon as the budget for my, what was that called, allotment. My allotment, remember we have to say it in our.
Oh, you ready to spend, out of the new budget?
Yes.
Good Lord, man, it just passed.
Okay, that's bad. All right, well, there goes that. My last comment, go Celtics.
I just want to say it's just great to see all the community support and just the way the Folly residents just come together to care about the community. It's just fantastic. I want to thank Heather for everything she's done with the community events, the Mahjong, this traffic survey. There's a lot of things that we do to just kind of unite the community. It's just great to see them come to fruition. So thank you.
Everybody stay tuned for the River Dogs game. That'll be fun. I want to thank the mayor and staff for the easiest budget that I have seen in 14 years. I mean, honestly, it was so easy. There was no tax increase to cut. Everything was very cut and dry. It was very, like employee merit based. We just everything in it. And this is stuff that you guys don't see a lot of, but there was no arguing about it. There was nothing. It was very enjoyable just to see a budget that easy. And we're also we're very strong financially. Take about that. We are very strong financially. So thank you guys. That been a joy. Thank y'all for coming.
I never thought I'd ever hear anybody say it was a joy.
First time. I'm telling you, first time.
I wouldn't go that far.
Man, that's So again, once again, you know, if you have kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever, your neighbors' kids, be very careful. The water is dangerous, whether it's a swimming pool or it's the ocean or it's the river. You know, really help keep an eye on them. We want them to grow up to enjoy Heather's community events. Thank you very much. Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Who was the box? Who was the box? Yeah.
Drove by there today.
We've got the cover seating, we've already set the No, we're not, so it's just real different. Instead of us doing a cook-out, it's just all kinds of various people from all over state here. Every ticket is good for $5 worth of concessions as well. So everybody's doing